to another episode of Soundbite here at the CIO Web Studio. My name is Rabia Gharib, and with me on the line I've got Shahab Riazi from Open Silicon Valley. The Open Forum 2010, lots of excitement, lots of stuff that you guys are doing. Tell us a little bit about what we should expect from the event this year.
Yeah, so this is pretty much the seventh year for Open Conference. We've grown tremendously. I think the first Open Conference in 2003 actually had about 150 people, and just last year in our sixth conference we had over 800 people throughout the day. We're actually hoping to cross the 1,000 barrier, if you will, this year. And what we're doing new this year is we're focusing on the youth in our community, in the open community, focusing on people who are coming out of the college in this environment, or who've recently come out of the college and were in jobs for a couple of years, 3 years, and were then hit by the downturn in the economy. So people with sort of junior level of experience, some college behind them. We're sure focusing on them, as well as doing something new and different this year, which is sort of the unconference conference. So this year we actually have a couple of sessions dedicated to basically people suggesting their own topics that they want to discuss, bringing them to the discussion table for all our attendees. So these are some of the new things that have been added sort of this year. We've had some good brands that we've built over the years through Open Forum, specifically Entrepreneur's Idol, where we have a contest between new startups and new ideas that are sort of in the idea stage, or perhaps in very early stages. And we've had this contest now for about 3 years. This will be the fourth year for Entrepreneur Idol, and we actually get real venture capitalists, people from venture industry, come in and judge these startups. So we're particularly excited about that because we're getting a lot of response from the community about that, and there's a lot of excitement and buzz around Entrepreneur Idol. So I expect with all this, and of course the usual sessions that'll focus on green energy initiatives, focusing on the IT initiatives, focusing on healthcare. We expect to see some very exciting content and some very expert speakers. We have over the years built a really good brand with Entrepreneur's Idol. We get a lot of buzz, we get a lot of reaction from people, where we have these very exciting new startups who are sort of new to early stage startups get into a competition ring, if you will. And so last year we had about 9 or 10 startups, and we had some VCs and people from angel industry who were there judging them. And this year again, we're expecting a lot of reaction from our call for startups to submit their entries. And so that's this is Entrepreneur Idol's fourth year, and the ultimate success of this program, for me at least, would be when we would be getting these entries from not only the Silicon Valley and wider U.S. audience, but also from around the world. And obviously, being an organization with the Pakistani background, I would certainly like to see more contribution to this particular competition, this particular event from Pakistani entrepreneurs as well. We've had a good record of Pakistani entrepreneurs presenting at this, and I'm hoping that we'll generate more buzz as we go.
I was going through your list of speakers. Very impressive. I mean, not that. Every year that Open does the Open Forum, you have a very impressive list of speakers. But this year, I was looking. You had authors. You've got Ethan Casey there. You've got Jahanzeb Sabzwari there. You've got Rehan Jalil from Y Chorus. I mean, it's heartening to know there's such a strong Pakistani representation, obviously, on Open. How difficult or easy is it to get them to take time out to actually come to the event and spend their time there?
Well, Rehan Jalil from Y Chorus, for example, is a particular open success story, if you will, because he, as an entrepreneur, built his network and started, with the people and individuals involved with Open, and obviously went ahead to great success, as we know, through Y Chorus. So he's always ready And that's something that's wonderful about Rehan and about other speakers who are on our track this year. Ethan Casey, people like that. I mean, basically just simple outreach essentially opened doors with these people. They were ready and willing to share their stories and, on any offer to help the community, the larger community, the wider community at Open, something that they were interested in. And so, and they have some really interesting tales to tell. And that's where I think it's a mutual interest thing where, they have these huge build-up of experience, having gone through so much, be it a startup experience or a writing experience, for example, or experience in Pakistan, experiences around the world, for instance. They have built up all this experience, and the first thing they want to do is to be able to share with as wider an audience as possible to see, literally fruits of their labor being shared by others as well. Mm-hmm. That's something that I think is educational and is literally priceless. So you can only get that with people who are willing to dedicate their time. And all of the speakers that you see on Open List, people of that nature, they're very giving with their time and with their advice and with their insight.
How can people register? How can they contact you?
The site you want to go to is www.OPENSV-Forum.org. Right. You can go to that website and check out the entire conference agenda, register for the event. We actually have our pre-registration that's already underway. And you can also email us at info@opensiliconvalley.org. That's also one word, Open Silicon Valley, spelled out. And you're sure to get a response because it comes directly to me.
Shahab, we wish you all the very best. And obviously, we'll be looking out for updates on Twitter and Facebook and all the other social media that you're a part of.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for your help and support in this.
Yeah, so if you have any questions while you're listening to this, or you want to make a comment to Shahab or anybody else at Open, just feel free to post them below the post. Remember, this is an audio post, and we'll have a couple of contact details running. For all the listeners out there, tune in again to the web studio. That's webstudio.ciopakistan.com. Until the next episode, where we hear from somebody else from Open Silicon Valley, this is Rabia Ghalib and Shahab Razi signing out.